Hey, how's it going, everyone? Today we're gonna do something a little different. I thought it was kind of a perfect time to take a look at the S.H.Figuarts Majin Buu Super Buu. Um, because when I first got him, I paid like 160. Yeah. Um, and then a little after they did the restocks, which surprisingly are still out. They're still he's still pretty much in a few places still. But I feel like eventually he will sell out. And so it brings me to my next thought, which is the figure worth it? Is the figure good? I know there's a lot of new collectors every day, and this is the second reissue of this figure, and I don't think they'll do a second one, and I don't think that they'll ever do a different version of Majin Buu. So, having said that, let's take a quick look at this guy and recap him, see what he's got and what he looks like. Let's check it out. Okay, so for those that don't have him, it's pretty much the figure, an additional 6 different hand swaps, a blast effect that I believe is for the Fat Boo, and then 2 additional head sculpts. So all in all, he comes with a decent amount of things and accessories, so not bad. But like I was saying, I got him at 160. It's pretty much, don't wait too long. Yes, he's still in a decent amount of places, but eventually, like every other S.H.Figuarts, and it's been like that since I started collecting it. It takes probably about a year to before you catch on. I guess maybe a year, I'd say, before you start to realize that even the figures you think don't go up will go up. Like, let me give you a perfect example. Like the Goku, the S.H.Figuarts Goku Kaioken. For the longest, that one was $35. It was everywhere. It seemed like that was the only one that would never scale up. But if you go check now in the aftermarket, Mercari, eBay, he is definitely up and now, even on Amazon, like 80, 90. Like he went up from the beginning of the days where he was like $35. But anyways, let's check this one out. All right, so one thing I'm gonna say right off the back is that if you do have Super Buu already, you already know how awesome this figure is. But you might not know how great and how awesome it is even having it in hand because uh, maybe it takes a little bit more figures in your collection to kind of have a better uh, point of view on this figure, especially if you're just starting, you only have like one or two. You really can't compare it to the articulation. I think especially the articulation on this figure is spectacular. It's probably one of the best. Um, and I will say, in my opinion, I do feel like this is probably one of the best S.H.Figuarts up there. Um, I'll probably try to do like I don't know, like a top 5 or a top 10 of the S.H.Figuarts I have in my collection. I don't know. It depends on if you guys would like to see that. You guys let me know in the comments if you want to see something like that. It would have to be with the ones I have in my collection, obviously, because if I don't have them, then I mean it doesn't make sense to really say anything great about it if I don't have the figure. So, anyways, you guys let me know if it's something like that would be cool in the future. But anyways, this figure I think is perfect. I don't think they're gonna do a reissue. I don't think they're gonna do any other versions. I don't think he needs any upgrades of any kind. Maybe some more blast effects would be great, but as far as the figure itself goes, like you really cannot deny this guy already has the articulation on the torso. He has the 2 sections here, the 2 points here where he articulates here, and his arms are already great, and his legs are already 3.0 legs. I guess you could say he was a 3.0 way back then, because look at his legs, just they go out and then they go back. Like they even did something really good with him, which they didn't do on the Gohan figure. Um, well, I don't know. I mean, I feel like he does have that old 2.0 design with the little leg piece here and then the swivel here. But for a big guy, which is surprising because usually big guys are not that well articulated. They always have, you know, compromises here and there. But for some reason with this guy, like, man, they did good. Yes, there's a gap right there. I realize that. But like, this guy's legs are insane. It feels like when you mess with Gohan, the ultimate Gohan from Superhero Legs. It feels like that, except that this goes back up too, which I don't understand, because if it's the 2.0 crotch, and it feels and it works like a 3.0. Like I said, it's just my opinion, but anyways, I don't think there's anything else they could do. And when it comes to this guy's head as well, let me show you guys something. This guy's head looks down like significantly, like that's as good as he gets. And then look at how much he looks up. Like, you can do flying poses with him for sure. Like, that's how awesome this figure is. So even though I paid $160 when I first bought it, before the restock, it was shortly after the restock, I was really kicking myself when that happened, because I had waited so long just to see if he would go lower somewhere somehow, and it didn't. And then eventually I couldn't wait anymore. I wanted it, and I think it was like a month later or two, and then they announced the restock, and I was like, damn. So anyways, yeah, so definitely, if you guys don't have this figure, I definitely recommend you guys get it right now while it's still 70, 80, 90, because once it sells out, it will go back to its original scalper price, which was about 150 to 180. And you don't want to get it at that point. Obviously, if you can't afford it and you really can't do much about it, and you know, you're going with what you got, then that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you can, this figure is great. In my opinion, it's one of the best S.H.Figuarts bodies, and the articulation is just that good. Like I said, a few things here and there may be nitpicky, like maybe another blaster figure or two wouldn't have hurt, maybe another head sculpt, maybe a couple more hands. But as far as the mold itself and like the details on this thing, like, man, it is definitely insane. So yes, I cannot stress it enough. If you can buy this guy right now at retail price, get it. If you're a beginner to collecting S.H.Figuarts Dragon Ball, get this guy before he sells out and the scalper prices go up. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in Gohan real quick, just so you guys can see the size difference as well. So there you go. And like I said, he definitely towers over Gohan, which is awesome, like significantly so. And as you can see right here, this is the 3.0 body, obviously. And like I said, for some reason, the legs definitely feel the same over here, with the exception of these legs don't go up all the way back, right? They don't. They just don't. The plate here on the backside gets in the way, so you'd have to go outward and up to make it go up, but then it goes out to the side, and that just doesn't make sense, right? Whereas this one, they did it so perfect. Look at that. Like, wow. And then the height obviously is there as well, just like this one, right? So, and the splits, like, yeah, I don't know what they did, but like I said, I'm always amazed when I pose this figure, because he has the design of the 2.0s, but it works like a 3.0, so they can do it. Like I said, it just depends on whether they want to or when they want to get around to it. You know, they might be that busy, or they just like having us on edge, right? But anyways, that's it for that. So at the end of the day, is the figure worth it? Yes, hell yes. This figure is definitely worth it. And if you can, don't pass it up. In my opinion, it is one of the best S.H.Figuarts molds out there for the whole Dragon Ball line. Like I said, it's just my opinion, but he's definitely up there with the best of the best. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.